and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're going to take a look at a deck, one of the only decks that whenever I play against it on ladder, I start thinking to myself, oh my gosh, maybe I just can't win. And this is my version of Invoke GRIXIS. It's a GRIXIS deck built around casting Invoke Despair over and over and copying Invoke Despair. It has one of the most ridiculous mana curves you'll ever see in the history of the game because it plays a bajillion 5-drops because it really relies on these cast at instant speed through the power of Invoke Calamity to take over the game. Now, you've probably been Invoke Despaired in the meta a few times, but this is a deck that can Invoke Despair you 3 times on the same turn. Yeah, we do it in this video. You think I'm making that stuff up? The general concept is that we can copy it with Galvanic Iteration. So that takes a lot of mana and a lot of weird colored pips. But to help with the colors, we have 3 copies of Big Score and 2 copies of the Celestis. Big Score is also a sweet card to copy with Galvanic Iteration, as we saw in Standards Past. And then, of course, we have a million of the dual lands. So with all the different dual lands available in Standard right now, casting Invoke Calamity and Invoke Despair in the same deck is a doable thing. The mana will get you sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty stable. So yes, our idea, our concept, our whole priority, our whole game plan, don't die. Just don't die and get to the end game where you're copying invokes and the opponent probably can't deal with it. Remember that Invoke Calamity is a very complicated card. Read it a few times. I'll read it once for you here today because I love you. You may cast up to 2 instant or sorcery spells with mana value 6 or less from your graveyard and or hand without paying their mana costs. If those spells would be put into your graveyard, exile them instead. Exile Invoke Calamity. So basically you get to cast spells from your graveyard again, or if it's in your hand for some reason, if you just want to sneak it out. It does sneak 1 mana value, and if you have the red for Invoke Calamity but you don't have the black for Invoke Despair, Invoke Calamity can cast the Invoke Despair plus 1 other thing. What is that one other thing? Well, because we like to copy Burn Down the House and Invoke Despair so much, we have 4 Considers in the deck. Those play really well also with a Leer, which we also put in the deck because we didn't have enough 5-drops, and we thought there should really be one more. The last card that really deserves explanation is Maestro's Charm. It's perfect in this deck for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, we want to dig and fill our graveyard to get all the right pieces. So the look at top 5 is very, very good. Reason number 2, you need to kill Sheldreds and other things, so it can be a defensive tool as well when the opponent is beating you down. So you can kill creatures and planeswalkers with it. Like, it hits a lot of targets. Those are the 2 reasons, but there's a sneaky number 3. We're actually a burn deck. I don't know if you've looked at our deck. We don't exactly win the game by attacking the opponent very often. Sure, we might make some devils. Sure, Leer might turn sideways on a bad day. But we need to burn the opponent out, and casting enough Invoke Despairs often does it, unless they're the kind of deck putting all those permanents on the battlefield, eating up our Invoke Despair abilities. So yeah, sometimes you just end up using Invoke Calamity or Leer to cast Maestro's Charm from the graveyard using the lose 3, gain 3. It also helps us get away with having a bunch of pain lands in our mana base when you can gain 3 life whenever you need to. A few other cards worth talking about. This is another deck that I played a number of games with and came to some conclusions. I started out the deck with Cut Down and Infernal Grasp in it. Those are cut because honestly, the early removal spell that we wanted was Flame Blessed Bolt and Fading Hope. It worked best with our synergy later in the game. Cut Down too often did not find a target, or when it did find a target, it was an underdog that just got blitzed again later. Another card that used to be in the deck, 2 mana removal spells. Fires of Victory, Abrade. Fires of Victory and Abrade both tried to do similar things. Abrade was more of a nod to a lot of bankbusters. Fires of Victory was a nod to running out of gas sometimes. Neither did the thing well. They were both removal spells that spent a lot of time sitting in the hand looking for opportunities when what we really needed to be doing was over the top, like flashing back Invoke Despair. We just needed to commit to the fact that we need to get to 5 mana and then we play Magic. So we just have a few things to help get us there. And then once we get there, we have things to solve every type of problem along the way. Other kind of strategy that got cut, we're on 27 land. I tried 29 land because I had like 3 games in a row where I didn't even hit my 3rd land drop playing 27. And 29 land, just it flooded too much. I didn't miss land drops, but I sure didn't win. But Consider seemed to have solved all those issues. So what was here before was probably like removal spells and things of that nature. I also tried Impulse. Nothing really compared as well to Consider, which is awesome because with Invoke Calamity, you can Invoke Despair the opponent and get that little one more card kicker with Consider. And that helps a lot more than you would expect. It's also great with Leer. So that's how the deck came to be the deck. All right, I'm throwing it over to this guy because I like you guys. I don't like seeing you guys get scammed in the comments section, but you need some tough love on this one because my God. I guess it's been going around that there are these messages in the comment section that say, hey, you've won a free PC. And it's from a channel claiming to be me. And it's like, message me on Telegraph, whatever the hell a Telegraph is, to claim your free PC. This is called a scam. It's a freaking Nigerian prince. It's a scam. It's the most obvious scam you've ever seen in your life. Yet despite that, in my mind, I took one look at the first person who told me about that message and I was like, no one's going to fall for that. My viewers are too intelligent, too on the cutting edge of the world. They know everything. There's no way they're going to fall for that. Never. And then I got the next message. And the next message, and the next message. And the messages weren't like, hey, I want you to know somebody's impersonating you and trying to scam people. They were, did I win a PC? Dude, can I get my Shut up. What? You really? Dude, it's the internet. And that's a scam. And if you can't spot it, you kind of deserve it. No, that philosophy goes too far. That's letting the bad folks live. But you do need some tough love. I would eradicate the spam bots and all the spammers if I could. I can't. You can report them to YouTube. But no, I don't give away anything on this freaking channel but some sweet deck lists and a video for you to watch every day. And I will never, I'm promising you this, I will never give you a PC just for watching. I do not have, if I had a freaking ocean of PCs behind me, a closet full of PCs, I still wouldn't give them away in that manner. Because have you ever tried doing giveaways? I know some creators do this. It's incredible. Have you ever tried doing giveaways online? Oh my gosh, can I have your address? Oh my gosh, it's international. Oh my God, what are customs? Oh my God, it got returned to sender. It's a freaking nightmare. Never. So I promise you this, no matter how cool you are, and you're cool, I will never give away a PC via this medium. Everybody who offers you anything like a PC or a car or God knows what, it's a fucking scam, and you need to grow up and not just tell yourself, oh, maybe it is my big lucky day. Maybe I've won a PC today. You didn't. But it's not because you're a loser. It's because there is no PC. And messaging me doesn't do anything about it. I've received so many messages, I've had to lock my Twitter and my Discord DMs again. So it's got to stop. It's too many messages and I can't solve it. A lot of you are very good-hearted and you just want to let me know. I know. Trust me, I know. I really know. So when you see it, here's what you can do. If you are a true crusader, a warrior, you can report it to YouTube or ignore it. Like people have been doing to the Nigerian prince emails since email was invented, and move on with your life. Because it's a scam. Today's patron shout out goes to Samus Samiria Lee. Thank you very much for signing up on Patreon. You get a shout out at a certain tier. Nothing scammy about that. I'm delivering on my promise. You're very cool, Samus. Now, let's dive in and invoke some frickin' nonsense. Let it begin. Okay. Will Flame Blessed Bolt be good? Let's find out. Blue-black. I played a blue-black deck recently. Is it like that kind of blue-black? They played Otawara. Usually they don't want to that early. Implies that they might be missing land. I'm not going to run my Celestis into a potential counterspell. Okay, they got a Marsh. That's top 5. What? Okay. I guess I'll take a Calamity. The Lounge. So I don't plan to big score unless they tap out. Maybe they will. Could be like Memory Deluge. Okay, definitely not going to big score until they tap out. Too sus. If we wait, if we're just patient and do nothing, eventually we have iteration big score, which they're going to have trouble with. Audi Jin, they're a Jin gamer, huh? Before that lands, we could big score now. I don't think that's very good, though. I mean, with an iteration? And it's an 0-4? Okay. So they must have protection for it. I guess I'll use these bolts and try to kill it. Opponent will probably counter or bounce. Okay, they're going to use Fading Hope. That's fine. Now they're tapped out. So we get the Celestis down. Or, no, we can't quite cast that, can we? Well, I'll just play this. When they play it again, we'll go for the Maestro's Charm. If they counter the Maestro's Charm, we'll invoke Despair. Pretty good stuff. Although they hit their land drop, which maybe they needed that to have double protection here. Okay, yeah. We know they drew that land, and we know they had to make this appear last turn, so this could be a problem. This could be a big problem. But I think I'm supposed to go for this. Oh, I can iteration? As long as I don't tap wrong? Alright. Blue. Ooh. Oh. Oh, get wrecked. Now, if they have a make disappear, they could sack the Jin and counter both of these with the casualty. Okay. But nope. That's not gonna save ya. Ooh, Celesti trigger, nice. So now we have iteration big score, which continues to really run away with things. Let's use the one from the graveyard that they already know about. Okay, did it. How about this one? Do I get that one? Nope. Okay. Mono counterspell deck. Okay, so iteration invoke recasts invoke despair. Oh god. Oh god. Too many things. Oh god. All right, so I do this. Oh, I don't know what's about to happen. Well, I know I'm probably going to get another counterspell from them. But after that, I don't know what's about to happen. I guess I'll play around and make disappear. Why not? Two invoke calamities. All right, so let's get a galvanic iteration from one, and also a Maestro's Charm, and we'll go top 5. If we do a big score there, we have nothing to discard. Now, this iteration should trigger off what this invoke finds, if, you know, the opponent lets it resolve. Okay. I will put this negate into my hand. Seems good. All right, so let's see what this Calamity finds. They're going to negate it. Oh, they let that resolve. Oh, it's going to feel so bad for them. No. Unfortunately, I do have to negate my... I do have to copy the negate. Okay, so Invoke Despair. You consider. Why not? In. Land. Burn ya. Burn ya. Burn ya. Could have gone better. Definitely could have gone better. Opponent and the infinite counterspells appear to have found a solution to us, which is just wait till we draw only land and they draw only counterspells. Let's get the free Celestis trigger. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of land. That is a lot of flooding going on here. If the opponent's drawn nothing but counterspells, they're gonna win. Oh my god. Really? You've got to be kidding me. There's an Invoke Despair. I mean, they can probably counter it, right? Should we wait for backup or should we just run it out there? It's daytime, so we get another trigger if we wait. I guess we wait. We're going to try to find some backup for it. More galvanic iterations, perhaps? We used them both. I can't believe it. I cannot believe how bad our fortune has turned. The amount of land we've just drawn. Unbelievable. We're lucky that this thing is only on 6. But, I mean, my god. What is their black mana for? They must have spot removal in there somewhere. Fading Hope. We'll try it. Probably get countered. Worth a shot. Resolves. Okay, we'll keep Charm. Not done yet. Alright, let's try to turn all these bad cards into real cards. Consider. Trigger. It's a good one. It's a good one. 16 cards left. I think we've seen all the land. There's an Invoke down there. So we have instant speed Invoke. Let's try for 5 tiers in. Probably gets countered. Okay. They're trying their best to hang on to the hard counters. Makes sense. Alright, we gotta try to kill him. Punished. Drew the land. Alright, I guess we'll try to do it on their turn. Who knows, maybe they'll even tap out, but let's get our Celestis trigger. Maybe they'll play an Impulse or something here. They don't seem to have any smoothing. It's just Jin's, counterspells, and lands. And their black cards have to do something. Does that resolve? Okay, they do run Impulse. They've just been too afraid to use it. All right. Interesting. I'll take a Consider and an Invoke Despair. They thirsty. I bet you are. I bet you're very thirsty. Yep. All right. They were like, we're making mono blue better with Infernal Grasp. Yeah, there's a few reasons that doesn't work. Oh my goodness. We have 9 cards in our deck. You think we've drawn all the land? No, we haven't. Okay. Well, On the bright side, we got this, and we got this. And we have enough cards left in our deck to not draw the game. Okay. Drew every land in the deck, brought home the W. Well, have you considered a hand with consider? Let's see. Oh, that's a good first turn land. The Informant. Gonna be some graveyard shenanigans. Mech? Greasefang? Greasefang. Alright, I'm gonna pose like I have them make disappear. Maybe that'll keep them from doing what they really want to do here on the play. Raffine. Alright, let's dig. One has a really good draw on the play. Ugh. I gotta kill something. I gotta kill something here. Like, I could play land Celestis and then be ready for Invoke Despair next turn, but we're taking so much damage, and I don't know if Invoke Despair even really helps. It might just get countered. I guess we could play around that with a Maestro's Charm. Yeah, just ramp, just ramp. Just ramp. Close your eyes and ramp. Okay, they discarded 2 land. It's a good sign for us, I think. And it looks like they're going to pass turn. Speaking of land and land. Calamity. Calamity. You know they're probably going to Wandering Emperor here. So I guess we hold and then we Galvanic Iteration 2 targets. Okay, they did nothing. Interesting. So now they might counter if I go for this on Raffine, but I probably just want to target the Informant. You have to, if you Galvanic Iteration the Maestro's Charm, you don't get to choose new modes. It's the same mode. We could also attempt, if this resolved, it would be so good because we get the Invoke Despair. Okay, let's see what they target with the Maestro's Charm. You target the Raffine itself. We could also copy this and target the Informant twice, and we take a lot less damage. I'm pretty set that I'm supposed to copy it. If I don't play the iteration now, when am I going to play it? This plays around a counterspell. We gotta make sure it dies. Stupid ward. Alright, so the heavy hitter's down. Let's see what they do next. They didn't Greasefang me. They said go. This looks like another Wandering Emperor. Let's play the untapped land. If we do this now and they Wandering Emperor, it's pretty bad for us. If we just say go, it's not that much pressure though. And we have Invoke Calamity if they do tap out. I'm just doing nothing. Now they're going for Greasefang. With 2 mana open. Make disappear mana. Ugh. So bad. We're at 9. Okay. Interesting that they're letting this happen. So maybe they don't have a counterspell. They don't appear to have a counterspell. Cool. Life total's getting real low though. I'm getting nervous. 6. Surge Hacker Mech in the graveyard. It doesn't damage players, right? Okay. Target creature or planeswalker. Yeah, I'll discard a cave. It's fine. That looks like a Liliana that's going to get invoked. Another iteration? Well, if I had that untapped land. Oh well. It's fine. This is fine. Ooh, negate. But we won't have the mana for it this turn. I was too worried about that one life from the cave. I guess we could have kept the springs. That was a while back. Looks like it's going to be okay. So they passed with that open mana so many times. It doesn't appear they had any interaction. I'm glad that we tried to play around it, but I also feel a little foolish. Let's begin the avalanche of value, shall we? Interceptor. That's what they were holding on to. Well, this nukes one of the big scores. The copy version can nuke it forever, basically. Okay, we draw another Invoke Despair. Oh boy. Oh boy. Copy. Copy, copy. Get him. Oh, baby. Feels so good. All right, they're out of here. They are very, very in despair, I would say. Well, the hand might do stuff. We're on the draw. Draw is hard. It's a lot of pressure on this Fading Hope to get us through the early game. Our opponent with a mulligan. I think am I taking damage to consider or Fading Hope? No. No, we're going to be patient. We're going to try to reduce the damage we take. Underdog. Invoke Despair. Guess I'm ready for Liliana. Alright, no more lands that don't produce black. Try to be patient with this hope. Good. Alright, let's send you back. Iteration? Too early and too slow. Now I will consider. Ridge. That can go. Another Despair. We just have to get to the part of the game where these Despairs can do their business. I really wish I had a Celestis. I really, really wish I had a Celestis. Here's the underdog. Nothing to negate. I was hoping for a Fable or something like that. Alright, Despair next turn. Please, opponent, don't do anything interesting. Just say go. Okay, negatable. We will do it. Love it. Okay, it has to be another black. Don't mess that up. First Despair cast. More Despair to come. Holy crap, the Despair. Opponent does get to take out the Despair in the graveyard, but have you tried more Despair? Just gonna protect. Well, I guess they could underdog. I was gonna play the caves, but I guess they could underdog. So now we have a Flame Blessed Bolt if they do. They have a Sheldred. Let's do this in response. Also, let's make sure we do this right. So I don't think we want to lose the 2 life. So let's go to our turn. Let's untap. Let's go 5 damage here. Another great use for a Maestro's Charm. Draw for turn. Big score. Cool. And now we have something to do with our turn. Another one, huh? Let's do this in response. All right, let's put the stops down again. Let's do this again. No reason to take damage we don't have to. I know that we could have flashier turns, but I think this is fine. Just keep your life total high and they have trouble beating you. Underdog. Bolt it. Just swashbuckling. Torching them left, right, and center. You know what? I would have to take a damage. I'm lazy. Oh my goodness, the despair. It's too much despair. It's so much despair. All right, easy. Never didn't have that one. Holy cow. The absolute destruction. Feels kind of good. Okay, we go first. This hand is sus. But we definitely don't want to risk mulliganing too much on the play. Because if you don't hit your lands, the deck absolutely does nothing. We have a ton of land. I think I might cycle this lounge, so we'll just play these out. Okay, this would be 2 sources of non-black. So I'm going to play the springs instead for now. I know we don't have an Invoke Despair, but our deck is kind of meant to draw them. Yeah, let's cycle. Too much nothing going on. There's a consider. Our deck will pick up some velocity now. We can Maestro's Charm too if we decide we need to. Our opponent, Esper. Any Esper decks out and about? Yeah, Iteration is probably great here. Let's attempt our top 5. Our opponent plays a Wandering Emperor here. We can burn down the house. Negate Invoke Despair. So we can't cast the Invoke Despair until we draw 2 more black sources. So we need a way to discard it. But having it in the graveyard means we can Calamity it. So I'm going to take the Negate. Seems really good against our opponent. When it rains, it pours. Alright, now we're just waiting for them to tap out. Waiting for them to take an action. Urtai. Okay, let's put a pause. Wait, this is second main? This isn't even end step? Does that change anything? I guess we could burn the house down. Resolve. No effect. I'm not even that afraid of Urtai, but I still think we get this played. Graveyard, we have an Invoke Despair that targets you, and a Consider. So much value. Throw that one in the bin for later. Don't think I'll need the Bolt. Yeah, this looks like one of these shifty Esper, juke and jive, do a little flash shenanigans kind of decks, they will probably have a very hard time with us. That Urtai definitely implies they have more Urtai. Resolute reinforcements. Okay. That's something. Maybe makes their make disappear good, but if we're patient, we can just burn down the house. I mean, it's just 2 damage. We definitely don't need to panic. And the more time that goes by, the more of a mana advantage we have. The more of a deck advantage we have, frankly. Our deck really doesn't care about most of the things their deck does. Would like more lands that produce black mana, though. See if they try to add to this clocker. If they're just gonna poke with 1/1s. Alright, they've got a tower tapped. Consider? Yes, please. Alright, so if we go for Invoke here, we don't have that good of stuff, but I guess we could try to cast the Invoke Despair from hand. They'll definitely counter it. Let's just Galvanic Invoke next turn. Especially if they do anything on end step. Wait till end step. Patience. Make them commit their whole turn. Okay. Yeah, I think we go for it. The make disappear is a problem, right? Because they can sack this to counter 2 things. And we make 2 copies. But then we untap and play Leer, so it's fine. I don't know about you, when I'm playing any kind of a control deck and somebody puts a Galvanic Iteration on the stack, I have like this PTSD from the Epiphany days. Alright, see if they have a make disappear to counter both. I'm guessing they do. Yep, and then target the other one as well. Let's see if they know that trick. Some people always target the same thing no matter what. All right, countered. Countered. You hit them with the Fading Hope. This should set up Leer nicely if they can't copy their make disappear. I was hoping they would sacrifice the reinforcements. I could have forced it by trying to Fading Hope this first. Maybe I should have. Oh, look at there. What a card. Okay. So do we even need to push the Leer? We can just copy this again? Yeah. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Game gets longer, we get stronger, right? They play a Rafine, good. They don't have make disappear up now. We iterate. All right, so many great choices. Let's go from hand with the Invoke Despair and a Consider. Yeah, we'll draw more negate. Should be good here once we get ahead. It's not amazing with Leer or anything, but it works. All right, So from the graveyard, we can invoke another invoke and consider. That seems kind of weird. Let's just go with from hand, burn down the house, make 3 devils, and consider. So this should let the negates take it. We shouldn't even need Lear once we have the devils and 2 negates. I mean, okay. You take 2. Cool. Definitely doing the job. They're at 5. Lear could cast Maestro's Charm. I think we just stay patient. Uh-huh. Would you like to kick it? No. No kicking. Okay. Bouncy. Scry bottom. Draw. See what we get. Coast. Is that another grasp? Do we let that go? Yeah, I guess. It's dealing damage. It's dealing more damage, actually. So you're at 1. I cast Lear. No negates necessary. Helix. Bang. Maestro's Charm claims another victim. All right, we consider, and then we do nothing until we burn down this house. Let's see what happens. A lot of sketchy keeps in this deck, especially anything with Galvanic Iteration. But I might just try to Galvanic Iteration this consider. Depends what the opponent does. No idea what that means. What am I supposed to do with that? All right. I think I am going, especially if they don't do anything, I'm going to hold this. Creeper. Okay, well, I really want to find a way to remove that now. But this iteration might do nothing for a long time. Yeah, I'm going to try to find a way to remove it. I want that. Okay. Regrets. I have a few. But then again, too few to mention. Hopefully everything they use this creeper to cast is burnable. Let's burn down the house all over it. This looks like Storm the Festival. They do not have Wandering Emperor mana. Denick. Okay. Graveyards are protected. Actually helps me a lot. I don't target with Invoke. Okay, they're holding up Make Disappear. Good to know. Now they have Wandering Emperor mana. Denick Swing. 22. Wedding Announcement. Still with Make Disappear ready. Huh. Huh. Well, we have to get through it somehow. Actually, wait till end step, who knows? Oh, they don't have Make Disappear. Okay, what do they have? What do they have for 2 mana that they're representing here? I'm not sure. Not sure. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If they storm the festival, nope, they can't. They don't have enough mana. Yoink Lear? They don't have a lot of spells. They usually run Grafted Identity. That's why the idea of them like gaining control of Lear came to mind. We got Welcoming Vampire. What else you got? You're gonna draw off the wedding announcement. Okay, cool. So another burn down. Keep this board nice and tidy. As we... Ooh. Alright. We're getting close to Galvanic on that. Let's just burn them. Make them keep rebuilding large boards. Like, if they storm the festival, a Galvanic Iteration Invoke Despair should clean it up. They don't have enough green. The Dark-Art Waste is getting them. Alright, Pious Apparition comes out. We could take out their ability to make disappear with a Flameblessed Bolt here. I guess we can still do that on our turn because these are treasures. They're non-renewable. I mean, they didn't have make disappear before. Let's just go for it. Oh yeah, destroyed. You'll love it. Even if I only draw lands off my Invoke Despairs, it doesn't get me down. Run in 7. Make big folk. Yep. Fading Hope would have been nice. It's a big critter. It's a very big critter. Man, one more turn though. If I hang on for one more turn, like, I'm thinking about playing this and casting a big score and trying to find a solution to this, but I can bolt the Wren, and then if I just take a hit from this next turn, I can, if I play Celestis here, like next turn I can Leer and Invoke. Let's try drawing. Maybe we'll just draw Fading Hope like a god. Big score. Okay, play this. Play this. Okay, and bolt. All right, let's see what kind of turn they can have here. Apparently don't have Storm, or they would have cast it. They might have Grafted Identity. They've held 2 mana up for I don't know what. Maybe it's a Destroy Evil? We've seen them do it quite a bit when they could have been playing things. It's possible that they were just doing it for bluff value, but they did it again even after the cat was out of the bag. Ayo, ayo. Very scary. There is the Fading Hope. It is a touch later than I had hoped, but it is there. Flameblessed Bolt can hit this and then sweep it. Alright, I think we just play this Leer and then work it. Say hello to all my friends. I think we just say go and see what they do. They don't know about the Fading Hope, and we want it to be a very unpleasant surprise. Like, we want them to... So what are they going to do? If they sack... They make a creature and then they sack it to cast the Identity, and we respond to that with bounce this, bounce this. If we... Oh god, if we had another bolt, we could double bolt AO. That would be nice, but it looks like we take a hit from AO and cast a big score. Probably. I guess we might also consider 3 lands in the bin. No grafted identity. In that case, let's start with the big score. Maybe we draw another bolt. We draw a charm. All right, fade on the 7/7. Iteration looks good. I think I just take the 5 then. We can use Fading Hope to save Lear if they try to do something to it. And let's save the treasures for a big monster of a turn next turn. My turn, huh? Oh, baby. And again, even saving a mana. And you? Oh, baby. I don't know what's about to happen, but I think I'm gonna like it a lot. All right, so first things to cast. First things to cast. We want the Flame Blessed Bolt to go off first, because we want that AO to exile if anything were to happen to it. So I'm going to pick this, target here, and this. I'll drop you. Oh man, what is gonna happen? I don't even know. All right, now that's resolved. So we get another Calamity. Now we can move over to the lovely Invoking of the Despair and the Considering of our next move. That can go bin. Ooh, we hit one in the hand, baby. All right, your hand will play you. And your hand will play you. How about more Despair? Do you like Despair? I've got more Despair for you. There is no lack thereof. Okay. Opponent has found a Wandering Emperor. I'm gonna make a 2/2.
Guards, to me.
Why is it not giving me a chance to respond to that before the next spell? View battlefield. Let's put a stop. Maybe that'll do it. I have a response before this happens. Thank you. And let's just make a blue. And let's bounce here. Ah, that's a good card. I like that card. That card does work. Exile, draw, kill. Need 6 more damage. Oh, I have it. Oh, baby. How much Despair is that? Is that 3 Despairs in 1 turn? 6 Invokes total in 1 turn. Holy crap. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling Despair? Oh my goodness. 1 win from Diamond. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and we're going to talk to stats powered by MTGA Assistant. Free download, link in the description. Support the channel for free. Invoke. I went through a lot of variations with this deck. I changed a lot of things, and I definitely kind of hit my stride towards about game 18 here, where you see the trend up. And so I do have... I think that the build I got to is much better than where I started. I went over all that in the intro, which don't tell anybody, I haven't recorded yet. But the thing with Invoke is you have to have a pretty high pain tolerance. There are a good amount of hands that are just not functional. The deck is very, very slow You often don't play real Magic till about turn 5. Then it gets very interesting. So if it's the style of play you like, you kind of know. You basically fall way behind, and then you try to puzzle all kinds of weird, complicated ways to catch up. If that sounds like a lot of fun to you, this is definitely a good deck for you, and it's very good in a meta without a card like a Test of Talents to really punish it. It kind of destroys decks relying on counterspells too much. Its big problem is tempo, and its big problem is just opponents who get out way ahead of you. So the less aggro in the meta, the better. Also, hopefully you can be on the play more than I was. I was on the play 9 times and on the draw 15 times. Those kind of lopsided results usually lead to pretty average results, although the top meta decks in large sample size in any given meta are usually around 58%. So if we're holding our own on the path to Mythic, then it's gotta be good things. You guys should play it. Also, just a reminder, let me get this guy out. I don't give away anything on this channel except this content. You get this free video and you get some free information about the meta. If anybody messages you claiming to give you a free PC, I don't care who you are, I don't care what country you live in, and I don't care if you entered 50 I want to win a PC contests last week. But definitely if you didn't ask for one. I guarantee you it's a scam. Don't message me. Don't message anybody. You can't stop people from trying to scam people. It's the internet. Don't message anyone. You can hit report to YouTube if you are a freaking crusader and you want to, but it's not going to matter. Just ignore it and move on with your life. Please, please. Stay safe out there. You're cool.